Now, in the heart of West London, a group of martial arts fighters come together to practice an ancient Malaysian routine.
Silat Cekak is an Islamic martial art that originates in Malaysia and dates back over 100 years. Islam Channel's Ashfaq Azam has been finding out more about it.
It's bitterly cold outside, but in this toasty living room above a West London restaurant, fighters are warming up. They're here to practice Silat Cekak, a martial art that developed, much like many others, as a series of secret fighting techniques. Muslims in Malaysia came up with the moves and say it's made up primarily of self-defense moves. Only a tiny fraction of martial art is actually about attack. Putra Zahid teaches Londoners of all ages special routines in a bid to revive and carry on this important tradition.
The importance of learning the silat or martial art basically is you have something to learn. I mean to have something that you can do to protect yourself and maybe for your family, to protect your family. That's the most important thing. When your opponent punch you,
much of the techniques I'm shown today show classic defense moves, and off camera I'm told there are many moves that remain secret. Only the highest level of fighters are privy to them, and they are well guarded. But as with other martial arts, Silat has also developed. Today there are 3 types of Silat.
There are 3 types of Silat actually. One is the dance Silat, or we call it Silat Tari. Secondly is the self-defense Silat martial art, which Silat Cekak is. And thirdly is the sport Silat. Yeah? So this Silat is directly is a self-defense martial art. So we teach everybody how to defend themselves against any form of attacks.
Silat is one of Malaysia's most popular martial arts. Before some of the initiation ceremonies, keen fighters need to bless themselves by reading the Quran. Putra tells me it's still developing in the UK, but he and the Grand Master of Silat hope it'll be just as popular as it is in Malaysia.
I'm loving that.
Yeah.
It's a very unique style of martial arts, isn't it?
It is, yeah, and there's a lot to do with Islam in there. So looking forward to exploring that.
Yes.
And to do that, joining us now in the studio is the Grand Master of Silat Cekak Pusaka Malaysia, Sheikh Dr. Mad Radzi, the President Putra Zahid, and Nick Zulhazmi, who will be translating for the Grand Master. Assalamu alaikum to you all. Thank you for joining us.
How are you all tonight?
Alhamdulillah.
Now, firstly, thank you so much for allowing Living the Life to visit one of your classes earlier on this week.
Yeah.
It's fascinating just watching that.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you for coming. I mean for the class.
Yeah. And we had a great time there. Now, Putra, I'd like to come to you first because you're obviously the president of the organisation.
Yes.
You must be thrilled to have the Grand Master in town.
Yes, we are. First of all, we would like to thank you for inviting us for the show today, and thank you for the Grand Master for showing his commitment to come here to UK for a long journey for this week, and we are very pleased to have him today. I mean, for this show, yes.
Now, as we mentioned in the introduction, Nick, you'll be translating for the Grand Master.
Yes.
So I guess the first question we'd like to put to the Grand Master is this particular discipline of martial arts. It's very unique, isn't it? What makes it so special?
Apa menyebabkan dia silat ni, apa menyebabkan dia unik dan special?
Silat ni yang special, unik. Pertama dia cara mempelajari diri itu ialah berdiri lurus, like the solat.
The Grandmaster said what makes the silat unique from other martial arts is that we have our stance is we stand upright. Unlike other martial art which have a defensive stance, we just stand upright and wait for the attack.
And is that does that come from the prayer, standing in prayer? Is that all related to that part of aspect of Islam?
Adakah dia datang daripada gerakan solat dan berkait dengan agama Islam?
Yes. Jadi pergerakan silat dia memang pergerakan ke arah solat.
Yes, our silat movement is adopted, and we have a very similar movement to the prayer, to the Islamic prayer.
Now, Putra, of course, there are many disciplines of martial arts and indeed of silat.
Yes.
Now, this one, as we just mentioned there, has direct links with the movements of the prayer.
Yes.
How does that affect oneself when they're taking part in this? It must be a beautiful experience.
Yes. This martial art or silat is mostly we do like self-defense directly. I mean, it's inspired, the movement are inspired by the movement of Salat. So all our movement actually doesn't require excessive training and supernatural movement. So one of the requirements to learn the Silat, you must be a Muslim.
Right.
Yes.
But the name Silat, where does that come from?
Silat defined as a Malay martial art.
Yeah.
Malay martial art, like our martial art, Silat Cekak is we founded in the state of Kedah, in another part of Malaysia.
Yeah.
So it is belong to race of Malays.
Yeah.
Like we have Taekwondo and others martial art, they belong to a certain race, but
Yeah.
Silat is belong to Malays.
And we saw in that VT, we heard there, Ashfaq was saying that many martial arts come from a secret technique that has been developed over time. There's still quite a lot of secrecy left in Silat, isn't there? There's a lot of moves that we weren't allowed to film there, but you say that only the highest ranking fighters get to actually discover.
Dia cakap mungkin bagi Kak Muhammad, dia cakap mungkin teknik silat ni bila dia pergi rakam kepada kita, dia kata ada banyak teknik-teknik yang dirahsiakan ataupun masa tu dia tak dapat rakam. Boleh terangkan tak?
Dia sebenarnya bukan rahsia, tetapi dalam pelajaran itu ada certain part yang kadang yang belum sampai, yang kita tak boleh nak di highlightkan, ditunjukkan.
Okay, it's actually not a secret. It's very exclusive to the members. Once you have joined in our the movement, we will reveal everything to you. You have to go step by step, stage by stage, according to the Grandmaster. So it's not actually a secret, because it is a secret to the public, because we have various special or delicate techniques, and then we only teach them to our practitioner members. And that's why it's exclusive to the practitioner of Silat Cekak.
And we actually have some extra footage that's going to be played any moment now from our visit to you guys earlier on in the week. But before that comes up, Nick, I want to come to you because you're also a Silat trainer as well, aren't you?
Yes.
What's that been like, teaching other people?
Let me first introduce myself. I've joined Silat since 2006, and I've learned under various trainers, and now I myself is a trainer, and it's actually for me it's like giving back to the community. And I teach mostly in Malaysia. We have a class in a university, and before this, lately I've just came back from Australia from my studies, and we also have a class there.
And isn't it right, there are only 3 belts in Silat Cekak?
Yeah.
Maybe it's right for me to ask. Is it betul ke ada 3?
Yes.
Yes, we have 3 belts.
Explain.
And the Grandmaster will let me explain. Muhammad nak explain. Muhammad mungkin Muhammad tak apa.
Explain.
Okay, the first belt we have is a white belt. A white belt is basically the most usual. Every practitioner who has finished our syllabus will get to wear the white belt, and then we don't actually have a different ranking in terms of practitioners. The first one is the white belt, which is everybody who has learned will get to wear white, and then we have the red, which is exclusive to trainers.
So that's something you yourself
yes.
might have.
And then we have only one yellow belt wearer, which is the Grandmaster himself. And there is only one at a time.
One at a time. Well, I guess it just shows how skillful this particular discipline is. Can you imagine that? Only 3 belts.
I know.
I wonder how long
Isn't
it would take for us
incredible?
to reach the first belt. I think a very long time.
Give it a go. And
A very long time. Yes. Well, it's time now for our first break of the night.
We'll be back in just a few minutes, so we'll see you shortly.
We are joined by our wonderful martial arts Silats team. Look at them. Hey guys, Assalamu alaikum. How are you? You can turn around and give a quick wave to our camera. There you go. Looking very smart indeed. Now, Putra, please explain to us what kind of demonstration are they about to show us?
They're going to show a few basic movements and some of the intermediate movement, and then we're going to show also some of how do we counter attacks using weapons, and we are going to show you some demonstration also using our main weapons.
Right.
We call it parang lading. Yes.
Okay.
And this is the dance form of the Silat Cekak, is that right? There were 3 forms we heard about in the VT, and this is one of the types.
For Silat Cekak, we don't actually have dance.
Oh.
So this is what we do to defend ourselves.
Right,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
So we have here Feroz, I believe.
Fairoz and
Fairoz
Nazif.
and Nazif, who are going to demonstrate to us. Guys, in your own time.
Coffee. Come on. Up.
That's quite a dramatic ending, that was. How many more to go, Putra?
One left.
There's one left.
One left. Yes.
Okay, this is the finale. Let's go for it. And there we go. That's the end, right? Great stuff.
Thank you, guys.
Well done, guys.
Thank you. Nazif and Fairoz, thank you so much.